Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show my pattern making process and just a little bit of the general process of making these mesh bandanas. So clearly I've made 4 now. They all honestly have been the exact same and have turned out the exact same, and I literally have not had to change anything from my original free-handed one, but they are so cute. I will try one on for you if you want to see. So let's get back to a couple days ago when I was working on my second version. Okay, this is where I'm currently at. I basically have 4 or 5 rows. I just threw these together this morning, so I still have a lot left to go, but it's honestly going by pretty fast, and I'm just using the exact same stitches and everything as I did last time, and I think it's gonna work out perfectly. So I don't think I'm gonna change anything for the final pattern, but I am gonna keep working on this today, so I'll show a little bit of that and then come back to you another day making some more. Like I said, I literally just started this morning, but I had 5 minutes of unplanned time before I had to leave, and so I just literally started it, and then now I've worked on it maybe 10-15 minutes and I'm literally already almost done, which just tells me that this is the project for me right now, because I'm kind of looking for some quick in-betweens before I work on a bigger project that I know is going to take forever. So as much as I was just gonna update you on my progress, I don't think there's any chance I'm not finishing tonight unless I get lazy about doing the straps. But I'm already so close to being done. In that little time, I'm halfway through the 9th row, and then I'll already be on my next. Such a nice project. Okay, I was totally right. I just finished the last row of the base, and I don't feel like doing the straps right now. So that is all for now, but that was kind of shocking how quickly I could do this. I really like this pattern. I'm starting to get really excited about this, but yeah, all this work in less than an hour, and we started with this, so that's awesome. I will be back another day with more progress, just finalizing this and then working on another one to kind of make sure 100% that I want to keep all of the elements of this. Okay, it's the next day. I just worked for 10-15 minutes on finishing up. I just did the straps and the little single crochet border to clean up this edge, and I can just cut it off. I just don't have scissors over here. But yeah, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna change anything about this. It literally looks perfect, and I'm so excited. So honestly, I might just start another one right now. I'm in the crochet mood, so I'm excited about this. Okay, it's the next day, and honestly, the same thing keeps happening where I start this much and then pause. I don't really know why. That's my stopping point, but again, started a new one. This one is gray, and I think when I finish this one, this will be the one that I explain the vibes of the pattern. But I'm so excited, and I will have many trials to show you. And honestly, I haven't had to change anything because they're all perfect, but I just want to keep testing it. But it's so cute. I'm obsessed. Okay, it is the next day or 2 days later. I cannot remember, to be completely honest, but I finished this last bandana and it's basically ready. I made the straps on this one just a little bit longer because I felt like the straps on my last one were just a little bit short, and it's honestly only because when I was making that second one, I was just being lazy while doing the straps. But yeah, we're done. I literally did everything the exact same as I've been doing, and I will come back tomorrow to do the pattern because I think for the first couple rows it is kind of gonna have to be a little bit tutorial like, and then after that I can just explain it like a pattern because it is like a little bit weird. Like you have to like go against your instincts for the first 2 to 3 rows, and then after that it's the same thing every row. So yeah, I'm so happy. I just think this is like the best pattern ever, and honestly I think this is gonna be what I start gifting people, because as much as like I love making like creative things to gift to people, I do think this is like maybe the easiest and best thing to gift to people because it's so wearable and I can just like make it in whatever color they like, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyway, that is it for today, but next will be the pattern. Okay, it's time to get into the pattern. So like I said, the first couple rows are a little bit unique, so I am just kind of gonna do it along with you so that it makes sense, and then I'll just explain the rest of the pattern because the rest of the pattern is way more easy. So honestly, choose whatever yarn and hook you like. I feel like it'll work with any combination. Obviously, if you're doing smaller yarn, you're gonna have to do more rows, etc, etc. So for mine, I'm using weight for yarn and my 4.25 hook, just because those are my like staples. We're gonna do a magic circle, chain 2, and this is gonna count as our first double crochet. Then we're gonna do 3 more double crochets, chain 2, and do 4 double crochets. And then you can close off the bottom. For the second row, we're gonna chain 2, double crochet in the next one over, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next, and then you're gonna chain 1, double crochet twice in the center gap, chain 2, and double crochet 2 more times in that same center gap. Then you're gonna chain 1 and double crochet into the double crochet right after the gap, so you're not skipping anything. And then chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet, and then double crochet into your chain at the end. So this is what this row should look like. Like so. For the next row, you're gonna chain 2, double crochet in the next one over, and then chain 1, skip the gap, double crochet into the double crochet, chain 1, skip the gap, and do 2 double crochets. So 1 into the first, 1 into the next. Then here you're gonna chain 1, double crochet twice into the center gap, chain 2, double crochet 2 more times in the center gap, chain 1, and remember we're not skipping anything, so just going right into those next 2 double crochets, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into the last double crochet and into the chain. And it'll be like that. Like so. Okay, so for every row after this, you're gonna do the same thing in that center section where you're doing 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets into that center gap, and right outside of the center gap, you're never gonna be skipping anything. You're gonna be chaining 1, pretending like you're skipping, but you're not actually skipping anything. Otherwise, as you keep going, you're gonna realize that you're gonna have more sets of these 2 double crochets continuing. So for example, on this row, we have our corner. So the chain 2 and double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, and then we have 4 sets of these 2 double crochets next to each other with a chain 1 gap in between. And then when we go to this row, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these sets. So just like each row, it's going to increase how many of these 2 double crochet things you have. And the only time you're going to be doing a chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet is at the very ends of your rows. So like the outside of your rows along this line is just 1 double crochet. All the other ones in the middle are 2 double crochets next to each other. And then the center is the 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. So I'll show you the next row because you'll be able to realize what I mean by this. Starting the same way, chain 2, double crocheting, doing our singular chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet, and then we move into our chain 1, skip 1, 2 double crochets next to each other. Chain 1, 2 double crochets. So now on this side we have 2 sets of those 2 double crochets, and then we'll have the center. On the previous row we just had 1 set of those 2 double crochets and then the center. The one after this will have 3 sets of those double crochets and then the center. It's just gonna increase every single row. Super simple. And I'll just get to the end of this row so you can see what it looks like when it's completed. Not skipping anything before or after the center, but still chaining 1 right here. And that is the end of this row. Like so. And then back to another example. You can see how each row in this like triangle shape is just reflected super evenly on both sides. The thing that's like separating it is that center gap. Otherwise it's the same thing on each side, just increasing how many sets of those 2 double crochets next to each other that you're doing. Okay, I'm just coming back to you a few rows later because I thought of a tip that makes it a little bit easier to remember, like where you're doing your 1 double crochet versus where you're doing your 2 double crochets. When I start the rows, I just obviously do my chain 2 and I turn. I match my double crochet from the last row and then chain 1, double crochet, and then you can literally just do your 2 double crochets in a row up till you get to the middle, because you're literally going to do it even up to this point. So from this point on, I just go 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So you don't really need to like count how many you have or anything like that, because you're kind of just matching what's in the previous row, and the only point where you're changing anything is the very corner and the center. Okay, now I'm right before the gap, so I'm going to do my 2 double crochets just like I've been doing, and then now I'm still going to transition with the chain 1 and doing 2 double crochets, but then I want to make my center gap, so then I do 2 chains, 2 more double crochets, and then now we're just kind of like reversing it. So chain 1, 2 double crochets, matching, going right where it was the previous row, and then continuing down the rest of the side with 2 double crochets, except for when I get to the end. But it does get like pretty easy to remember that because there's like not a second double crochet to go into. If you tried to go into 2 double crochets at the end where you're supposed to have 1, you'd be going into a chain, so then that'll kind of like get you to pause and realize, no, you only need 1 double crochet. Okay, so I'm over here, I chain 1, I double crochet, and then if I tried to do another double crochet, I'd be going into the gap. So I'm like, no, I wouldn't do that. I chain 1 and go into my last 2, going into my chain. And there you go. Back to what I was saying. And so for each of these, I did 13 of these rows. So the way I'm counting that too to make it super duper simple is just counting the gaps. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You can do more or less depending on what fits on you. And then once you get to your last row, you'll be ending on the side and you can just go straight into your strap. So I was chaining like 40 to 50. Once I get to the end of the chain, single crocheting back down them. And then when I get down here, I start single crocheting across the bottom. Once I single crochet all the way to the other side, I do the same thing, chaining up the same amount that I did on the other side, single crocheting back down them, and then I slip stitch right next to where the strap started and just chain one and cut it off, and that is it. If anything is super duper confusing and you're like so much of a beginner and you want me to just do a normal tutorial for this, let me know, because I'm happy to do it. It honestly would not be that different from this. It would just be like so much more specific about how to do it, and it won't be confusing at all. But this is kind of, if you kind of like know how to crochet a little bit, you can just piece everything together. But otherwise, yeah, that is literally everything to make these beautiful bandanas. Okay, and that is all for today's video. We have my 4 beautiful bandanas, and I'm just so happy. I love that this pattern worked so easily, and I'm really happy with how they all turned out. I will try them on for you in a second, but my high pony is like not gonna work with having them on right now. But yeah, I love these, and I hope you love them too. If you make one, please make sure to let me know. If you want me to do like a more descriptive regular tutorial for these, just let me know that as well, because I'm happy to do it. Like, I honestly could make it so quickly after people comment that, so it would be out like really quickly. But if people can understand based off of this, even if you're a beginner, then we'll just stick with that. But I do totally understand if it's a little bit unclear if you're not as experienced. Either way, I love these beautiful bandanas, and I am so happy with how they all turned out. So I will go try them on for you, and then I will unfortunately have to end the video. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out my Depop for crochet stuff I'm selling. And I honestly might be selling some like normal clothes too, as like a summer reset type of thing, cleaning out my closet. But if you want to order these as a commission, let me know, because I would love to do it, and they'll be so fast to make. And honestly, like, I only really want to keep one of these. So if you don't want to do a commission and you just want to like order one of these, just tell me what color and I could like send it to you on like a Depop price instead of like a commission price, meaning it would be a little bit less. But if you want it in a different color and you don't want to make it yourself, then we can just do a commission. But otherwise, yeah, I'm so excited. I love these mesh bandanas. They're perfect for the summer, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Actually makes no sense. Ow, why did I take it off like this? Like, it's like I don't know how to take one off. Ow, that hurt my head. Last one. Okay, I think that's good enough. I don't know. Maybe.